Hey everyone, and welcome to Process Server and Messenger, a show about life as a process server, life as a messenger, life as a small business owner. My name's Nick. I'm the host of the show. And before we get started, just like to ask everybody to please like, rate, review, and subscribe. Wherever you're listening, however you're listening, this podcast is out on multiple platforms. I do a YouTube video. Apple's got it. I don't know who else. That's the only podcast to listen to. I'm either on YouTube or Apple, but the rest of them, they all got it. So wherever you're listening, like, review, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, say hi. All your interactions and comments and likes, they go a long way. We're building something here, and everything really, really helps and counts. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads. I do YouTube Shorts. I do TikTok now. My TikTok's going pretty well. I got some content building. We're getting better and better at TikTok, so I'm on there. I got videos on there, doing some video clips on TikTok. I'm on Bruin One or One Bruin or some sort of UCLA Bruin alumni social media. I do that. Not much going on there. I post. I don't see a lot of people posting on there, but I'm there. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also there. I don't really do a lot on LinkedIn. I hop on LinkedIn every once in a while to see what it still looks like, but I don't go there. I know I have a Facebook, but it's just linked with my Instagram. So it's, I don't really ever check it out, but I think I'm there. So you like that too. I'm there. It all goes a long way. I got a Patreon, patreon.com/process server messenger. That's the good stuff. I got a Patreon and I got a Substack, and those are the gold standards of what we're doing here. That's where you want to be. You want to be a member of Patreon and the Substack. You want to do both. I just did a Substack today. It was my first Substack post. It was a post, I don't know, let's say a little bit Charles Bukowski inspiration, a little bit of like just telling it what it is like out here. I'm outside. I knock on the door. What am I looking at? A little, that's the inspiration. Just this guy on the street. This is what's happening. This is what I'm observing. I'm giving you real good stuff on that Substack. I just put my first post on there. So I'm literally today, I did that this morning. So I'm pretty, I'm proud. I'm a published author of 300 words. I think it's 300 words. I looked up how much I looked up what's the average, and they say 800 to 2,000. And I said, I think I can do it in 3. Yeah, check that out. It's good stuff over there. I'm going to, let's see, I guess post every morning, wake up like a diary and post there every morning. Is that what we're doing? I don't know. I'll figure it out in a little bit. I think I can bang out a post every day. I can write. I have, I have a liberal arts degree. Is that a BA? I have a Bachelor of Art. Yeah, I can write 300 words a day. It's good stuff too, guys. Check it out. Substack. I'm on patreon.com/process server messenger. Patreon.com/process server in messenger. That's more like the visual side. That's like you're getting video. You're getting photo journals. You might be getting another podcast up there. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. It's coming. I don't know when. It's coming. Patreon.com/process server messenger, Substack, and all the rest of them. It all goes a long way. Likes, comments, questions, every subscription, membership, it all goes a long way. We're building something great here. It's 2026. We're going to build off of what we started in 2025 into the new year. And with that, we're going to start the show, and I'll see you on the other side. And we are back. Welcome to Process Server Messenger. the show where I like to talk about life as a process server, life as a messenger, life as a small business owner, life. We talk about sports. We talk about whatever. We talk about news. My name is Nick. I'm the host of the show, California Registered Process Server, small business owner, and coming at you on a Monday, January 5th, after a long and beautiful holiday break. This is my first post of the new year. I didn't do a post on Friday because I wasn't feeling it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I was with my family. We were taking some time. Oh, I have a good excuse for this. I have this kind of Q1 goals for the business. And you know what the fourth goal is? Personal capacity, often overlooked. So the goals are revenue, systems, visibility, and personal capacity. Revenue, systems, visibility, personal capacity. So on Friday, I was doing personal capacity. It was the last day of the holiday break. I have two kids. They were out of school. So, you know, if you're a parent and you got kids in school and then they're home for the holiday break, you know what that means. It just means you're doing stuff. You don't have the time to record your podcasts. And I didn't beat myself up over it. Didn't beat myself up over that. Usually I could be frustrated, but I took the holiday. I think the best thing I could do for the new year is not stress a Friday post, but to take a personal capacity moment, often overlooked, and just start again Monday, January 5th. It's the first episode of the year. We feel recharged. The kids are at school, and we're starting off the year pretty good. I might later update the theme of the podcast, the title, the music, and the video that plays. I first made that, I guess it was March, February that I was working on that a year ago, and it got me through the first 32 episodes. I'm going to keep the music and the basic of everything. I'm just going to kind of make it better. I fit it to the screen this time, and there's two bars running down the side of the thing because it's not the right size. So in the past, I've kind of zoomed and stretched it. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to get the right size. So I'm probably going to fix that image in the front of the video. I might remix the song. It's going to be the basic same theme, but just kind of update it a little. It's just tweak it a little bit. Just improvements here and there. Yeah, I might do a little something to it. I think it's time. They got me through the first 32 episodes. We're building and growing. We're doing revenue, systems, visibility, and personal capacity. So I might update that pretty soon. Plus, it's fun to get into the studio and work on that music, work on the theme song. It's always fun. That was fun last time. I whipped that up pretty fast, and I gotta get back to it, make it sound a little nicer. I like it; it's good, but we can work with this. Let's see, Monday. Yeah, it's sunny out today. You can see out the window right there. That's sun. The rain's gone. It rained in LA for about 2 weeks. Excuse me. It rained in LA for about 2 weeks, and it wasn't a hard rain, and it didn't quite rain all the data every day, all the time, nonstop. It was kind of off and on and off and on, and a little drizzle, but over the course of 2 weeks, that kind of soaked everything. So today is finally, I think, over. It might rain again tonight, or tomorrow morning really early, and then that might be it for a while. So if you're like me, this is the time of year where you're going to get allergies. The sun's going to come out. The water's going to feed the grass and all the good stuff of nature, which we love. And then it's going to be in bloom, and I'm going to be sneezing. It just, it's fine. it's healthy it's good. You need water. You need water on this planet. So the rains are good. Does kind of put a damper on serving people being out and driving around. First of all, it makes it a little bit more unsafe in the roads. And then also it's kind of a bummer. It's dark and rainy and gloomy, and you're used to being in LA and it's sunny and beautiful all the time. So like a couple of days of rain and gloom really like bums you out. But I've been serving people. I've been knocking on doors. I tried to serve someone this weekend at a house, made an attempt on New Year's Day. So that felt good. I got the new year started off with a bang. CT Corp was closed on the 1st, but I was able to serve them on Friday, the 2nd. So that would have been the first day of the year that they're open. So I feel like I got my year started off correctly, attempting to serve a couple people and then also having served CT Corp on the first available day of the year. That's great. Makes me feel good. But it reminds me of the post I just put up on my Substack. I guess I'll talk about it a little here. Why not? Just thoughts on serving neighborhoods and people and houses when they always seem to be unoccupied. Houses that are unoccupied. Houses that are neighborhoods that are chronically empty. Ghost towns. Nice parts of town. Super nice. Multi-million-dollar homes. Nobody lives there. I don't know. And these are anecdotes. These are not facts. These are built on observations, but there's just certain parts of town that you go to and there's no one there. And you get work for that area and you think to yourself almost right away, like, no one's going to be there. No one's home. It's empty. I already know before I go, just based on the address. And again, these are nice neighborhoods, nice homes. I don't know what it is. I have my own theories. I have my own conspiracy theories, but it's noteworthy. It's something I observed on. I put that on the Substack article, this morning. So that's kind of what that's about some work I did this weekend that had me thinking about kind of all the residences I've tried to serve and the differences between some of these nicer places and some of the less nicer places. They're still nice. It's LA. Everywhere's nice. But, you go to places that you expect to be super fancy and you get there and it's just empty and you go, what is, So that's what I did this weekend. I served a couple people. I served someone on New Year's, or I attempted to serve people New Year's Day. And I felt good about it. It made me feel productive. Made me feel, like I was getting the new year started right. What else? What else happened? I got a couple jobs to serve. I've been serving a couple car dealerships nearby recently. It's easy. It's easy enough. There's always someone at a car dealership. There's always someone working there. They never know what to do with it. You would expect some of these places. I don't know how car dealerships are structured, but I would expect some of these places to have registered agents. But it doesn't surprise me that they don't. Not all of them. And they have DBAs and they have really long names. They have like 7 names. It's like Johnson's LLC, DBA, Richardson's, Richardson's office, DBA, the Raspberry Inc., DBA, Honda, Toyota, Ford of Los Angeles County. It's like you got like 7 different names. And it doesn't surprise me that you're serving those directly to the dealership and not to like a registered agent, but they're easy enough. There's someone always there. There's always a salesperson there. They're usually open a lot. Like it's not like 9 to 5. They're open all the time. They're pushing cars. They're selling cars. There's someone there. So it's easy enough to serve, but I love it because, I mean, they're expecting me to walk on the lawn and buy a car, and instead I'm giving them something that they don't want or want nothing to do with. And it's one of those things where they don't train you how to accept the service of process. They don't train you that if a process server shows up, do this. So they're all like kind of thinking on their toes, like, how do I get out of this? Or what do I do? Or do I take it? Or blah, 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 blah. And, when you're the processor or giving it to someone who's deciding whether they want to, you go to a business and you're giving it documents to an employee, you're hoping that they just go, okay, thank you. Like, we'll deal with this on our own. Thank you. Bye. Sometimes they like to chit chat back and forth and try to figure something out. And I don't love that. I just want to get in there and how we're there. Like, here you go. Goodbye. So I've been going to this one dealership pretty frequently in the last couple of months. That's been going all right. It's just the client I have. I guess we get a lot of clients from people buying cars from a certain place. So that's going good. It's Monday. It's a Monday episode. I like to do Monday updates. Do a little update on the business, do a little update on the work I'm doing. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, in the many episodes past, we're just getting out of the holiday season and we're just starting to build up more and more work for the next couple months. I think Martin Luther King Jr. Day did we say that was on the 19th? That was kind of like my target day for when work should be kind of fully back. Yeah, Monday the 19th. Pretty much after that day, that's when you're really kind of back in full swing. I already have emails coming in and work building up already, more so from the new year, from people who were, excuse me, kind of putting stuff off for before the holidays, and now they're back in the office. It's Monday. You're slowly picking up, but you're getting there. And arbitrarily, Monday the 19th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. On the 20th, I expect everything to be full on, back in the swing of business. I am still seeking more work for CT Corp and LegalZoom. I'm still not at full capacity for that. I still can take on a lot more work. So if you're out there and you hear this podcast, and you're someone who serves CT Corp or LegalZoom, once, twice, frequently, all the time, then I'm really looking to build that side of what I'm doing. And I've been trying to do that for a while, and that's been going okay. But I'm trying to jumpstart this thing into overdrive and really get myself at full capacity. I was on ChatGPT a lot in the last couple of days, kind of brainstorming and seeing what I could do in that regard. So that's growing and that's coming along. We're just going to go from there. I've already served CT Corp a couple times this year already. It's only day 5 of the year, so I'm already ahead of schedule, but I can do a lot more. Anybody who needs to serve CT Corp or have documents served to LegalZoom in Glendale, California, that's like Uber, Lyft, PayPal, everyone's there. It's not just those ones, but everyone's there. Tesla's there. Is Tesla there? They're all there. CT Corp in Glendale, California. So I'll do the best work for you. I'll get you the best rate. We can work together. We can work something out. I'll get you the best quality, the quickest, the best, the fastest. That's what I'm really going for. So, I can take in a lot more work. So reach out to me if you see this and you have documents that you need served to CT Corp routinely, or, with any frequency whatsoever. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to build volume. And we have a lot more capacity that we can take on. So, that being said, Monday updates episode, Monday, January 5th. I took a look at the judicial branch of California Courts Newsroom. Excuse me. I've been doing a new concept of how to get through these podcasts because I've been my energy starts high and then it kind of like my capacity to do this. I'm not a trained guy who can speak for an hour into a mic. I'm not minute 30. I'm getting lightheaded. I'm scratchy. I'm coughing. I'm still building up I want to work out and build up my muscles, but the muscles of being able to talk for an hour, I'm also working up. So, don't mind me if I'm eating this chocolate chip cookie, because I found that chocolate chip cookie, I got my coffee here, I have a water, and I'm going to need this burst of sugar and energy. And enhancement. This is a supplement. This is like something that I feel like could take this podcast to the next level if I eat cookies throughout the episode. I don't know if eating on a podcast is like, I don't see a lot of people doing that. I don't think it's a good idea. But Brad Pitt eats in his movies, right? I'm good etiquette, but it's real. People eat cookies, Brad Pitt does it. I need a boost. I'm like you ever see football players on the sideline doing smelling salts? I'm like that. I need a cookie boost, My blood sugar is low. That's my blood sugar. A doctor told me to eat these cookies. So, you have the California courts newsroom. Yeah, we have I'll go through this new laws going into effect 2026. That was a cool article. But before we do, let's see what the headlines they got. Court care under Senate Bill 27. California expands care court. Okay. Hope sprouts in California prisons as racial justice act is strengthened. That's good. California appellate court upholds bar on revenue bond for Delta program. I have no idea what that is. Fourth appellate district announces destruction of old court records. That's cool. I love this. I think I read something like this last year too. Destruction. San Diego intention to destroy some of its civil records under Rule 10.102 AD. So this is like old stuff, right? This is like at least 10 years old. Yeah, they're preserved for 10 years. So 2016, wow, that was 10 years ago. Well, that's cool. Yeah, destruction of records. Yeah, go for it. That's about it for the newsroom. Other than this thing we're going to get into, the new laws going into effect. This is a good article. This is a good one. Natalie Stone. Hundreds of new California laws will take effect in 2026. Here are a few worth noting. Don't judge me. I need my cookies. Podcasting is not easy to talk for an hour. After about 30 minutes, I'm coughing and hacking and sneezing. And then something always happens to me. I recorded this. This is my second attempt to record this podcast, because something that happens to me all the time is I'll hit record and then I'll start sneezing and coughing and sneezing. And like, I hit record and then my allergies instantly kick in. And I got to think it's like psychological. This is my second attempt to record this. I did 10 minutes earlier, but I had to stop because I was sneezing probably like 100 times. It was gross. I haven't sneezed all day. I haven't had a runny nose all day. I hit record instantly. I sneezed about 100 times, and I tried to get through about 10 minutes. I had to redo it. My point is, podcasting, you on the mic, you talking for an hour. I don't have quite the muscles for that yet. I need to eat cookies. I need to drink my coffee. All right. I got water, I got coffee, and I got cookies. And that'll get me through. and then maybe one day I'll have developed the skills to do 3 hours. Okay. But right now, baby steps. New laws. California laws going into effect 2026 by Natalie Stone. Immigration. California laws offer some of the strongest protections for immigrants in the country. This year, blah, blah, blah. SB 281, which requires the court to give verbatim immigration advisement before a plea of guilty or no contest can be made. So I think this is like, you got to advise the defendant that if they're not a citizen, if you plead guilty or no contest, that may result in immigration consequences like deportation. No contest means the defendant doesn't admit guilt but concedes to the charges. So SB 281 is going to make it so that the court has to advise you that if you plead guilty or no contest, that there are immigration consequences like deportation. So they got to just tell you. They just got to make sure that you know. They're probably going to tell you, and then you say, yes, okay. And then we have AB 1261. A state provides legal counsel to immigrant youth in federal or related state immigration proceedings. Defines immigrant youth as unaccompanied, undocumented minors. State can contract with qualified nonprofit legal services, organizations, or Office of Public Defender to provide this counsel. Okay, cool. More lawyers for everyone. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. That's it for the immigration laws. Well, maybe there's more, but those are like this lady, what's her name? Natalie Stone's. These are her highlights. It's a good article. There's plenty of laws. Child welfare and juvenile justice. AB 779 authorized counties to establish a 3-year pilot program. Yeah, okay. I don't want to get into the program, but it helps child welfare and juveniles in tough places. It gives, establish a 3-year pilot program. So that'll be good. Probably something that is going to be put into effect, and it's going to be a good thing. New laws aim to enhance minors' experience with the court. Incarcerated parents now must be given the opportunity to be physically present at the dependency hearings related to their child. They can participate through teleconference. AB 651. Family Preparedness Act expands the definition of relative and caregivers. Authorization affidavits, which allow caregivers to make decisions. Okay, so this is stuff I don't know nothing about, but it sounds good. It sounds like you're just helping people. With the AI, they have AI AB 621. AB 621. It concerns exploitation of minors and protecting minors from AI. It adds a cause of action against a person who depicts material of a minor. So that's good. You can't have enough laws about that. Mental health. California first implemented the Community Assistance Recovery and Empowerment Act. The program allows adults petition the civil court to create voluntary care agreements. Beginning on January 1st. Eligibility will include individuals who have bipolar disorder, bipolar disorder with psychotic features, SB 27. Okay. Criminal law. Existing law says that a crime punishable by death, by imprisonment by the state, or imprisonment by county jail for more than 1 year is a felony. All other offenses are either infractions or misdemeanors. AB 321 will allow the court to determine if a case will move forward as a felony or a misdemeanor at any time prior to trial. I wish there was commentary on here and someone could tell me how to feel about these things. I don't understand a lot of it, but these are new law. I feel like it's important to go over with. It's the new law. This should be something you do in school. You go over the new laws for the year. You go over things that were passed in each election, how they affect you. So I'm glad to do this, but I do not understand some of what's going on. I wish there was like somebody explaining to me whether I agree with this or not. Civil law. Let's see. AB 250 allow plaintiffs to revive claims that would have been barred prior to January 1st, 2026 because of the statute of limitations that's expired. Claim must allege sexual assault, that one of the entities responsible engaged in a cover-up. Yeah, so it just does stuff to address expiration of statute of limitations for sexual assault cases. Social Security Tenant Protection Act allow tenant of a residential property to claim Social Security hardship as a defense for why they're not paying their rent. Okay, that's good. Give people another option to stay in their homes. Tenants will need to provide evidence, and yeah, okay. Currently, when an adult petitions to change their name to match their gender identity, the court must review written objections. Beginning July 1st, 2026, the court will no longer have an objection process for adult petitions. Okay, yeah. For minors, anyone objecting to name change petition must file a written objection within 4 weeks. AB 1084. Name change petitions for minors are confidential. Starting July 1st, 2026, name change petitions for adults will also be confidential. SB 59. Okay, right. Court procedure operations, AB 1524, will make public electronic records viewable at court. Very good. And then there's something about AB 515 goes into effect January 1st, 2027. All trials would have same rules for statement of decisions, regardless of the length. Parties will have to request a statement of decision before the matter is submitted for decision. And they'll issue a statement without a request from both parties. Okay, I don't know. That sounds like it's like an attorney. If you're an attorney, that makes sense to you. Traffic law. A program requiring a person convicted of DUI to install ignition interlock device has been extended. If a person installs the device, they can apply for a restricted driver's license, AB 366. So sounds like something that we already have is getting extended to 2033. And that's the ignition interlock device. Okay. Lawmakers have approved local governments to establish automated traffic enforcement. I think that's the cameras. Detect red light violations and ticket vehicles. Violations will be a civil penalty and will not result in the DMV suspension or revoking licenses, SB 720. Okay. Automated traffic enforcement. Cameras, giving tickets. This is controversial. I'm not going to give you an opinion on this. Some people like it, some people hate it. Artificial intelligence. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one to end off. AB 316, a defendant may not say artificial intelligence that they have developed, modified, or used that is alleged to have caused harm to a plaintiff did so autonomously. A defendant may not say artificial intelligence caused harm to the plaintiff anonymously. You can't say that. Yeah. Right? Additionally, law enforcement agencies will need to identify when artificial intelligence was used in official reports and the type of program they used, SB 524. We're going to begin a lot of that, a lot of the artificial intelligence laws coming down the pipe. That seems pretty reasonable. What? You can't say that the AI broke the law and that I didn't do it, like the AI did it? And that's not, yeah, it's AB 316. A defendant may not say artificial intelligence that they develop, modified, or used. So we used. I just have to use AI. Or if you develop it or modify it, if it causes harm to a plaintiff, you can't say it was autonomous. It seems fair. I don't know. If you disagree, go ahead and comment. I'm just reading this for the first time. I'm generally okay with more AI regulation. These are there's 3 things in here, new laws in California, regarding AI. So I bet you next year we get more than 3. Well, these are the 3 that they've talked about in this article, but yeah, I'm sure this is just something that's going to keep going and going and going. AI regulation. Good, bad, I don't know. You decide. You tell me in the comments. I'm going to say good, but tell me why I'm wrong. I haven't really thought that much into it. Just why not regulate AI? You can't have an AI do crime and then say it wasn't me, it was the AI. What do you do? Put AI in jail? AI doesn't care. AI doesn't care about jail. Ooh, what is this? I must have missed this one. Superior Court of Los Angeles County unveils Court Commons, a new pop-up exhibit designed to demystify the court system. This is right up my alley. Pop-up? Demystify? Court system? What is this? It's probably just like in the hallway of the court, it's like a display. It's like a bunch of flyers. I'm going to try to find this thing. A modular traveling exhibit that will visit schools and communities. Oh, I thought I was going to get to go to a courthouse, but it sounds like it's like a school thing. If you're a kid at school, it's like one of the activities you do for the day. You all gather up in your class and you do a learning about the court day, and then they teach you. That's good, actually. I just want that for adults too. Let's see. Court Commons was developed over a 2-year period in collaboration with a half-sister studio, creative firm by Martha Albee, and known for designing innovative, story-driven public experiences. The result is a modular, mobile exhibition created to inform, engage, and empower communities to learn more about the court and the judicial system. That's important. I totally support this. Housed in a custom trailer that expands to 2,000 square feet. So you drive it to the school, you park it, you open the doors, and then you do your little whatever. It doesn't really say it's who it's for. I'm just assuming it's for schools. Well, maybe it does, but I'm like, one interactive feature, Wear the Robe experience, invites visitors to try on a judicial robe and pose in front of an illustrated courtroom bench. That sounds awesome. I love that. I don't say anything about a gavel. Maybe you got to bring your own gavel. That's so cool. It's like dressing up for like a cowboy at the mall. They do pictures and you're like in a saloon. But this one is you get to put on the judge robes and take a picture. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The largest trial court in the nation, Superior Court, California County, serves a population of almost 10 million in 36 courthouses with a jurisdiction covering over 4,000 square miles that include 88 cities, 140 unincorporated areas, and dozens of law enforcement agencies. Yeah. I mean, maybe we can get a few of these. I want to take a picture with judge robes on. That's cool. That was released December 12th. So I missed that. All right. I overlooked that. Yeah, awesome. More education about how the system works. I could use that. I barely works, and I've been working in attorney services for 15 years. 15 years. 2026, it'll be 10 years. I've been a process server in September, I think. So that's pretty cool. I've been doing that for 10 years now. I could say that. Well, I'm going to wait till September, but officially, but I could say this is my 10th year. That's nice. It's nice. But I've been doing attorney services a little longer than that. But it wasn't long doing attorney services until I became a notary and then a process server. I always kind of saw that the contractor side of it was more for me, and the kind of getting a registration and doing something as opposed to working in an office for one of these companies was kind of more the way I wanted to go. So it's been 10 years, and I could use a mobile trailer education. What was that name? Pop-up. What's it called? Does that have a name? Court Commons. I guess it's called Court Commons. Yeah, hopefully I run into that thing one day. Hopefully they have it at like Stanley Voss Courthouse and I can take a picture. Immersive zones include presentation hub, workshops, why court matters, navigating the court. That's got to be the big one. Inside look at the court. Beyond the headlines. And you are here zone presented key data and facts about the Superior Court of Los Angeles County, blah, blah, blah. I just want to take the picture. I want to put on the judge robes and take the picture. Bring your own gavel. It doesn't sound like they got gavels, so you got to bring your own gavel and get a cool picture. Hopefully they got one. Hopefully they got it coming through like Stanley Mosque or something. Hopefully I can go downtown and check this thing out when it's in town. Sounds like it might be mostly for kids in like schools and like, assembly days. You have a day at school, you have an assembly, you all go to this trailer exhibit thing and you learn, which, I mean, that's a good thing to do in school is teach kids about court and stuff like that. I didn't really get a lot of that when I was in school. I'm assuming this is for schools. I could be wrong. Maybe this is not a school thing, but I'm just saying that'd be cool if it was, because they didn't really, I don't remember doing anything about courts or navigating the court when I was in elementary school or middle school. Maybe we did and I just didn't pay attention, but that's a good thing to learn. That's a good thing to learn. You should learn about taxes. You should learn about money. You should learn about the court system. I guess we should just have more civics, or maybe you learn that on your own. I don't know. I don't want to get into I don't want to tell people what to be teaching. I'm very happy with the state of the schools right now. They're doing the best they can. They're doing the best they can, but I would have a great time if I was a student and then this trailer thing came up and we had an assembly day. I always loved that. An assembly day, a day at school where you were outside the classroom and you were doing some sort of whatever. It didn't matter. Those were days where you were locked in. I remember we had back in the day, it was DARE that was doing a whole bunch of school assembly stuff like this. So DARE would be the big assembly you went to. And I remember once for DARE, they had like a police helicopter land on campus. That was like the greatest thing ever. Yeah, it was like insane. Having a police helicopter on your school and you walk past it, blew my mind as a kid. So those days are always really memorable and really fun, when you're young. So I imagine this thing is for kids and you go to the court, it's the Commons, and then you put on the robe and you take the picture and it's like the best day of the year. I'll be looking out for it. Hopefully they have me take a picture. Bring your own gavel. I think didn't say anything about a gavel. If you want to have the judge robes on, you're going to want to have the gavel on too. Right. Yeah. Very cool. That's it for the California newsroom. That's basically it. We got some cool new laws going into effect. We got some cool new little court comms thing. And yeah, the rest of the stuff on here is old. I think we've been through it all. It's stuff from 2025. Get out of here. It's 2026, the new year. Yeah, I guess with that, let's just close on a good note. This is my first post for 2026. We're going to get the year started off good. All of us, you included, me, we're going to have a nice, first business week of the year. I don't count Friday. I didn't post on Friday and I don't count it. So this is the first full business week of the year. We got our Q1 goals: revenue, systems, visibility, personal capacity, often overload. Revenue, obviously, is to make money. Systems is like updating your processes, your computer stuff, the typing and the printing and actually doing the operations. So for me, that's going to be automating this more through technology, making this easier. Visibility, that's marketing. That's what I'm doing right now. The podcasting, the content, getting out there, getting the brand out there. ServeCT.net. You need document search CT Corp, you go to ServeCT.net and you email me info at ServeCT.net. I got Uber, Lyft, PayPal, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Target, Walmart, Experian. Man, I need to make a comprehensive list. It's everyone you've heard. They're all there. That's visibility. That's what I do. Info at ServeCT.net. Send me an email. We'll talk. We'll make you happy. We'll do it the way that's right, fast, accurate. You deal with me, and we're going to get you a great price because we're doing bulk. We're doing a lot of serves there. We're doing hundreds and hundreds of serves there. We're increasing our capacity, and we're going to give you a great rate for it. High volume, low rate. That's what we're going for. So that's the visibility aspect of the goals. Personal capacity, often overlooked. Yeah, I overlook my personal capacity all the time. I think that's one thing I've done good this year. So far, it's 5 days in, and Thursday, I watched college football. Friday, I served a couple people, but I just served CT Corp and I kept it light and ended up having a nice day watching Vanderpump Rules with my wife. I think we did a lot of Vanderpump on Friday. Season 12's out now, so what we've been doing is we've been watching every season. We're watching season 12 at the same time we're going through seasons 1 through 11. So yeah, had a lot of personal capacity. I think that's something I didn't do in 2025, and everyone says do it. Kind of like treat yourself, don't overwork yourself, don't overdo it. And then you tell yourself, yeah, right, okay, I'll try. That's something else. It's like working out. You're like, I'll try, and then you never do it. And then next thing you know, you're overworked, you're doing too much, burnt out, you're not doing a good job. So personal capacity, I had a lot of personal capacity to start the year. And I'm going to have to implement that better into my business because really, honestly, I think we're all working a little too hard. I think we all need to take some personal capacity, and it's often overlooked. It's something you need to do. It's some time you need to take for yourself, but to heal and to grow and to just, be honest with yourself and be your best version of you. And just don't always be burnt out and tired and going a million miles an hour. Oh man, guys, I made it 50 minutes. My throat vocal cords are dying. In the past, I wouldn't have made it 50 minutes even this far. So I think this represents growth for me. But man, this is like working out, talking for 50 minutes. I'm losing my voice. I don't know if you can even hear it, but some of these words I'm strained. I watch so many podcasts, and people will do 3-hour shows. People do 2-hour shows. They do 2 hours by themselves. It's a lot for me personally. I don't talk this much, so I don't know. I'm proud of myself. I'm going to bring it up every episode. It's like something I'm so proud of, being able to talk for 15 minutes. Yeah. So 2026, we just started. We're going to have a good year, everybody. It's one of those years, year of the fire horse, I think. Let me look at this up. I think that's what it was. I do a quick Google. I don't even know what this is. Is that what it is? Is a rare and dynamic year of the fire horse. Oh, wait, it doesn't start till February 17th, so we're not quite there. But get ready for it. It's coming. This fire horse once every 60 years, according to Google. Yeah, but what? Action, innovation, change, drive. It's time for action. 2026. Not until February, but we're going to start early. Fire horse. We're revving up the fire horse engines a little bit early, and we're going to go into this fire horse year. What do they say? Innovation, change, fiery drive. It's a time for action. First show of the year. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy Monday. We're going to get this thing up right away. We're going to get this posted. And I'll see you on Friday. I should have my schedule more regular now. Kids are back in school. Things are a little easier for me to be on schedule. The holiday's over. So, fire horse, we're going to be on time. We're going to be action. Happy New Year, everybody.